Guys, I've been free from porn and masturbation for a long time now, and I've coached hundreds of people to do the same. Many people became free from not only porn but also masturbation overnight. Not every single person I've coached, because obviously that would be quite impossible. I would wish for it, but who knows? Maybe it's gonna happen in the future. But what I can tell you, okay, is that quitting porn, but since the focus of this video is on masturbation, quitting masturbation is extremely simple if you understand this one thing, okay? And if you can understand that, you'll realize that nofap is just, it's a nofap is literally the reason why we masturbate. Okay, I'm gonna explain why, but masturbation is not what you think it is. Masturbation is not random biological urge that forces you to masturbate out of nowhere, even if you don't want to. Okay, I want you to take a look back at your life. Okay, we'll take a look back at my life to use that as an example. The first time I masturbated, I was maybe what, like 12, 13, 11, I don't know, I don't remember. Okay, but at that time I still remember the first time I masturbated. It wasn't pleasurable. It just felt like a weird tickling sensation, right? As most of you read Easy Peasy, right, which is a book I don't really advocate, because I don't think it is complete in terms of how to really change your perception and debunk everything. But it says the same thing, right, where masturbation is simply like a weird taking sensation that ends with an orgasm, right? It's that simple, right? That's objectively what it is, right? But in my own mind, as time went on, I started seeing it as like, oh my god, masturbation is the best thing on earth, and all of those things, which we need to debunk, and we'll do in this video. But the thing is, when it comes to masturbation itself, okay, the first time I did it, it wasn't pleasurable. It was just a weird sensation. That's it. It was really that simple. But what changes, and this is what we need to tackle, there's two things we need to tackle in this video, but what changed is over time, I learned to like masturbation for specific reasons that were preached on me, right? And that came from either the porn industry, from my friends, from the media, from the mainstream narrative, that masturbation was like something that you needed for health, that's something that was extremely pleasurable, that's something that was gonna relieve your stress. So when I say that, masturbation is not inherently pleasurable, because when I was young, and probably same for you, it was not pleasurable, right? So what you need to do in order to fully quit masturbation, right? I'm not gonna keep you waiting for too long. You just need two things. You need to first, okay, debunk masturbation. I'm gonna make a video about that soon. It's gonna be launched probably on Tuesday, where I'm gonna fully debunk masturbation in depth. If you watch this video, there's no way you're not gonna be free from masturbation. But you need to debunk, okay, I feel pleasure when I masturbate, but do I get the pleasure from masturbation, or do I get the pleasure from my own mind? Do I get the pleasure because I interpret the physical sensations of masturbation that at first, when I was young, the first time I did it, were nothing, we're empty, we're just like, oh, I'm feeling physical sensation, that's it. But I learned to interpret that physical sensation as something pleasurable. And this is what we need to debunk, because most of the time people masturbate either for pleasure, either for stress relief, either for sexual relief, right? Three of those core reasons, which are they're false. Like, masturbation cannot give you that. Masturbation is a weird physical sensation that ends with an orgasm. That's it. Even the orgasm cannot relieve any of your life problems, relieve any of your stress, your sexual relief, because that's all in your mind. If you believe it does, then it's going to do it, right? You need to debunk that. You need to debunk that. Instead of saying masturbation as this thing that has so much value that you need it for your prostate health, and that you need it because humans are meant to reproduce, and if they're not reproducing with women right now, then they need to masturbate to empty the gas tank, whatever. All of these beliefs are based on no scientific evidence, based on nothing. Basically, they're just based on the porn industry kind of like marketing porn as something good and masturbation as something good, and they're based on just your environment when you were a kid that told you that, and probably the media that told you, oh, masturbation is actually good, whatever, right? And I'm not saying that masturbation is like something that's going to destroy your life, because there's no point in saying that, and I don't really believe that to be the truth, because it's just masturbation. You got to stop making masturbation and porn so big, like, oh my god, this is something that's going to destroy your life, but at the same time it's going to give you so much pleasure. It's going to give you that sexual relief. It's going to relieve your urges, your tension. It's going to relieve your stress, your depression, anxiety. once you remove all of these perceived benefits that's associated with masturbation, boom, you don't even want to masturbate. I swear to God, that's what happens to me. Okay, and the biggest one that people feel when they masturbate, and this is, I'm gonna launch the video very soon. So by the time you watch this, the video will be there. It's gonna be called Debunking Masturbation. Now, the biggest thing is people when they masturbate, they have this own mental masturbation, because masturbation, when you're masturbating, you're not masturbating just thinking, because the thing you think, right? Because the physical sensation, if you don't think that it's pleasurable, then it's not going to be pleasurable. Just think about it, right? I'll just say this. Imagine another man is masturbating. Would you really get pleasure? Would you really get stress relief? Would you really get sexual relief? No, because in your own mind, you're like, I'm not going to get all of that. In your own mind. So if you don't perceive masturbation to give you those things, then it won't give you those things, and you want to do it. It's really that simple, okay? You need to debunk that, because people, when they masturbate, what do they think of themselves? I know it, okay? I know it. They think, oh my God, I feel like a man. And just be aware, okay? Whatever, if next time you choose to masturbate for some reason, please at least be aware, okay? I'm not gonna say don't masturbate or masturbate, whatever. It's up to you, right? I cannot force you to do anything, even though I believe that masturbation, when you stop doing it, it's one of the best things that you can do. But the next time you masturbate for some reason, right? And you can just leave, but you'll just realize, or just think about the last time you masturbated. Just think about it. You were probably thinking your own head that, oh my God, man, I'm feeling like a man. I'm feeling like, I'm about to orgasm, like I'm gonna reproduce with a woman. I have so much testosterone libido that I'm just gonna go, all in. I'm gonna just explode. And you have all of these beliefs, right? Which I'm not gonna say it's irrational, because, it's a belief. So, like, you're convinced by it, right? I'm not gonna say you're irrational, but they're irrational. Okay, let's be honest. Because how does the act of masturbation, of physically stimulating yourself, can make you feel like a man, can make you feel like you have a lot of testosterone, can make you feel like you have a high libido, can make you feel like you're just gonna conquer women? Masturbation cannot do that. What's gonna happen and what's gonna do that is your own mind. Placebos. If you believe masturbation is gonna do all of that, and you genuinely believe in it because of studies that were done on masturbation proving that it's going to help you with prostate cancer, and you made that own conclusion, or that you listen to all of these mainstream narratives, then yes, of course, you're gonna, whilst you're masturbating, you're just gonna think, oh my God, I'm feeling like a man, I'm feeling like this, oh my God, I have so much testosterone, oh, I'm gonna orgasm, man, it shows that I'm a man and that I need to reproduce with women. And most of the time you think you're just having sex, right? You're fantasizing in your own mind about having sex whilst masturbating. So you think even more that you're a man, that you're actually masturbating. You see, it's all mental masturbation. No physical masturbation about this, right? Physical masturbation is a physical sensation. It's all in your own head, okay? Now, that's the first one, okay? And that's probably one of the most important. But the second thing, which is also almost equity as equity. I cannot talk. That is as important, is simply realizing that when you don't masturbate, that you actually enjoy it, okay? And this is very simple to understand, but look, people that when they don't masturbate, they think to themselves, oh my God, I have sexual urges, this is hard, I'm feeling discomfort. That's a big one. People think, oh, I'm feeling discomfort because of urges. I'm feeling discomfort because of sexual urges, because I don't have a girlfriend, right? So they don't even enjoy the fact that they're not masturbating. Yeah, maybe they enjoy the kind of like rush of, feeling kind of motivated to do more, right? But in their own head, they see way more discomfort and less value in not masturbating than they do in masturbating, right? They see more value in masturbating than not masturbating in their own, and even if they don't want to accept it, right? So what you need to do is simply love not masturbating. It's that simple. What I mean by that is not forcing yourself to love something, but simply understanding how it can be beneficial to you, not only in the future, but in the present moment, which is the most important thing. Me, the reason why I stopped masturbating before I knew all about like debunking benefits, understanding that I have free will and all of those things, the reason why I stopped masturbating was simply because I felt like constantly good when I was not masturbating. I in my own mind, I was like, because I'm not masturbating, I have quote unquote more sexual energy. I don't really believe in the concept of sexual energy. It's kind of like, not tangible. It's kind of hard to know if it's the truth or not. But I felt like I was, I was reading books about like, oh, if you keep your sexual energy, you're gonna be able to just go and just achieve more. And because of that, I just loved the process of not masturbating. I just loved day to day waking up and feeling like I'm just more motivated to achieve more, because I was actually more motivated, right? And I don't know if it's gonna happen to everyone. I'm pretty sure it can, especially if you believe in it like I did. But I would wake up and just constantly be hungry to achieve more, constantly be hungry to just work on myself, so in the long term I can attract the right woman to me and build a family with many kids, right? That was my mindset. That was my mindset. So now masturbating was not a struggle to me. It was something that I loved doing. It wasn't even, I don't even have urges. Like, yeah, maybe sometimes I thought of like, having sex with women and all of those things. But, it was just in my own mind, right? I can stop those thoughts as well, right? Now, the thing is, once you truly, we call this, for example, like when you don't masturbate, it's kind of like you have this internal drive and hunger to just achieve more. And I love that feeling. Maybe you'll love it as well. Go and try it. And you'll see that you will love, the process of not masturbating. Like, you need to love it. And you need to debunk why would you not love it, okay? It's really that simple. But once you truly attach so many benefits to not masturbating, that it just becomes something that you love doing, you leave masturbation. Look, at the end of the day, there's many people on this earth that never masturbated once in their lives, right? There's many people, especially in the older generations, that literally never masturbated or never even felt like masturbating. That's a key thing. People that don't masturbate never even feel. Just look at women. Some women masturbate frequently. Some women just never ever masturbate and don't even think about it, right? They don't even want to do it because they don't make the false connections that masturbation is linked to your sexual needs, right? But once and that's so easy to see, okay? I'm gonna talk more in depth about this in the video debunking masturbation. But once a woman, for example, sees more benefits in not more benefits, but once a woman gets told by some random experts that talk about sexuality, that say, oh, masturbate because it's a relief for your sexual needs, then that's when they start masturbating. But they don't intuitively feel like masturbating because they don't have a man in their life, because they don't have sex. They don't feel. And it's the same thing with men, okay? If I never been exposed to the belief that, oh, you need to masturbate because it's good for you, or because it's linked to your sexual needs, then I would never start masturbating. It's that simple. It's always in your beliefs, in your own mind. Once you remove those beliefs, once you remove those perceptions and just look at masturbation for what it is, a physical sensation, and then with the orgasm, it becomes so easy, okay? So remember, 2 things. First, debunk masturbation. Look at my video on that. It's going to be a video in depth. If you can spend 40 to 60 minutes of your life to really stop masturbating for the rest of your life, it's going to be very, very beneficial to you. But second thing, just make sure to love the process of not masturbating. Go and ask me questions on how you can actually do that on Instagram, right? Message me on Instagram. Go like on my training in the description. You can even book a call with me if you want to be coached that you can stop forever. And you'll just realize that it's very simple. But go watch my video first, okay? Before you book a call with me or anything, okay? So guys, it's that simple. You understand that masturbation is not something biological, but something that we desire based on the benefits that we start perceiving in it. And those benefits don't even come from us intuitively. They just come from external factors like the media, mainstream narratives, friends, whatever, porn. So guys, just keep it simple and you'll be able to leave masturbation like tomorrow. Literally, you will leave, like my students do, they leave masturbation and porn forever, instantly, if they decide to, because they debunk it and because they see more benefits in not indulging in masturbation and porn. That's it.